Fellas, we are back with Transformers issue 23, and I do not want to waste your guys' time with this one, so this picks up right away with Shredhead popping out of the space bridge, and we see that he's been completely submerged in water, as that's where the Decepticon space bridge is located since it was destroyed back in volume 2. And we see that he's looking for Carly, but that's pretty much all we see from Shredhead, at least in this issue, because we then switch over to the Decepticons and the Autobots in Chicago. And man, oh man. Okay, so here we go. So we see that the Autobots are trying their hardest to evacuate the humans out of the north part of the city, as they are just pretty much doing kind of like a hide and seek of getting all the people out of the city, but as they are doing that, they're getting completely blasted by the Decepticons, and Starscream more specifically, since he's wielding Megatron in his gun mode. And we see that the Autobots are trying their best to make sure wherever they end up facing off with these Decepticons, wherever their final stand is at, it's going to be somewhere with no humans, so no one will get hurt at all, and it'll just be the Autobots and Decepticons brawling it out. And we see that Starscream is getting ready to go in and finish this hunt, but Megatron scolds Starscream, telling him that he has ruined the surprise attack and that all this quiet hunting has been for nothing. We also see Soundwave mention that they have completely destroyed the human military that are defending the city, meaning all the military people, all whatever, have been just defeated, destroyed by the Decepticons, like that. It's literally just them and the Autobots and whoever else is in the city. So if you guys are in Chicago, I don't know what you guys are doing there at this point, but we see Megatron that the humans already know that their cause is hopeless, and now it's time for Optimus to learn the most necessary lesson and tells his Decepticons to move in. And speaking of Optimus, we switch over to him as we learned in the last issue that he got sent into the Matrix, and we see him just kind of walking around looking at all the monuments of these primes and asks if their wisdom of their spirit will help him during this time. And he walks up to one building that looks infected, has all this purple swirl stuff around it, and Optimus asks, how is the Matrix itself plagued? And as this sort of plague goes to attack Optimus, we see him pull out his Energon axe, which looks very sweet by the way, but we see Optimus get ensnared by this plague looking thing, and once again he has this corrupted vision, which we have seen throughout this whole story, and it's the same corrupted vision of Spike but as a baby. And we see Sparky call out to Optimus, which frees him and tells Prime to roll out and to follow him, which is awesome that we see Sparky is back and here to help Optimus. But we go back to the Autobots and we see Team Prime standing over Optimus as loud explosions, loud firing is just going off to where they are currently at, as the Decepticons will be within them within any sort of minute. And we see that Wheeljack tried to make him a new arm, but he doesn't know if it will work or if it will wake up at all. And it's very dire. This whole situation is just very dire. And we see in the next page, we see Dr. Leo again with these refugees who want to pay their respects before the Decepticons break in and pretty much just destroy everything. And I want you guys to pay attention to this, all right? So we see all these people who were in Tacoma paying their respects to Optimus Prime, and we see this girl thanking Optimus for saving her sister from a skyscraper that almost fell on her, which is such a cool callback to when all of that happened back in, you know, volume 3 with Tacoma and Optimus, you know, saving the humans and all that. It's really cool. I love these type of callbacks. And we just see these other refugees paying their respects to our commander and saying thank you for what he has done and the sacrifices he's made. It's really cool. But speaking of commanders, we see Carly and the city commander arrive basically right on time as Decepticons just keep firing at this little base the Autobots are currently at. And we see Ultra Magnus as he walks up to Optimus saying, ever since I knew of Optimus, I wanted to be just like him, but that was always impossible. I am strong on the outside, but he doesn't know how to be strong on the inside and doesn't know how to be a leader, and tells the Autobots that I don't know how to be brave. And this is just some like heavy stuff, man, especially like in this moment. Like this moment in time, all the fire is coming in, Decepticons are about to break in any second. But don't worry, fellas, as if you had stock and our boy Magnus, do not worry. As in the next page, he says, but I know how to die, and I can die for his dream of a better world, for all of his, including those who are small. And we see Magnus pull out a sword and his blaster and says, we can all die protecting the one who has been strong for us for so many years. And oh my God, fellas, this is so good. I love this page. Oh my God, the freaking city commander is back. And he takes Team Prime under his wing as they're all chanting, Prime, Prime, Prime. It is so freaking good. I love this page so much. And it just gets better as we see Team Prime leave the building and they enter the field. And Megatron and Magnus are staring each other down as both of them call out to their men and yell, Autobots, Decepticons, charge! As we have this amazing page of the Autobots fighting Decepticons. It is so freaking good, dude. Like, this is so, I love this page so much. And it keeps getting better. As the next page, we see RC smacking Soundwave, Rumble attacking Wheeljack, Starscream attacking Jet. It is a full-blown war. It is so cool. It's a full-blown war in Chicago. It's so freaking awesome. But as they are all attacking each other, we shift back to Optimus and Sparky. And Optimus asking Sparky how long has he been inside the Matrix, which Sparky says he doesn't know and that he only remembers waking and immediately seeing him getting attacked by the plague. But once again, Optimus is getting hit with these visions. This time, it's Bumblebee being domed in the head. The next one is Spike playing catch with Sparky, and Sparky mentions that these visions are mixed with his memories, which makes sense, and this has been something that we have all been thinking and talking about since the start of Volume 2, but we see Optimus mention that maybe the Primes can help him with everything that's happening to him with the plague and the infection, everything from Megatron, but Sparky tells him that he doesn't think they can help him, and that this place has been plagued by whatever this thing is, except Sparky. Which then they drive up to this monument of Sparky, which looks a lot like the other Primes. And when Optimus asks why Sparky hasn't been hit by this plague, Sparky answers that he doesn't really know either. But we shift back to Team Prime, who are fighting the Decepticons, and yeah, they are struggling really bad. Like, it's not an even matchup at all. The Decepticons are fully powered up. The Autobots are not powered up. They're all injured, and really the only one that's like holding the line is Ultra Magnus and Superion, but Superion gets taken down by Starscream just like that with a snap of fingers, and we see just Trailbreaker and Jazz and RC are down, but Magnus is telling do not let them break through the front line, do not let them get to Optimus, and we see Starscream break through the front line and goes exactly where Optimus is laying, which is also where Carly and Spike are at, and we see Starscream start to blast at Optimus's body, and also too Carly and Spike, which then we see on the next page. Oh my god, this is so bad. We see on the next page Beachcomber jumps in front of Carly and saves Carly, Spike, and Optimus. And yeah, this is not good, fellas. This is not good. When Carly asks why Beachcomber did what he did, Beachcomber says he would rather be protecting them over hurting someone else, and is then shot again by Starscream and is shut offline for good. Which sucks, man. Like, why? Like, come on, man. Why Beachcomber, bro? Like, he wasn't doing anything. But as we shift back to Optimus and Sparky, they walk into this monument of Sparky, and we see here is basically a portal from the real world and the Matrix, as we see kind of the Matrix's like spark, and we also see Spike, who's halfway through. As we saw last issue, he tried sacrificing himself, so he's kind of like in between the real world and the Matrix. And Optimus mentions that Spike tried to sacrifice himself to help Optimus, and we see Sparky reunite with his son. And oh man, get ready again for the tears, as then we see on the next page, we see Optimus doing the same thing. As yes, Sparky gets reunited with his son, but Optimus also gets reunited with his friends. And we see Bumblebee, Jetfire, and Ratchet, and we see Optimus say "my sweet boy" to Bumblebee. Oh, it's oh no, it's so sad. It's all the people who have been killed that meant a lot to Optimus in the story. It's just so sad. But we see Sparky tell Optimus that the infection wants you to give up and wants you to put walls up and take yourself away, just like what I did. But Sparky tells Optimus that he isn't like that anymore, thanks to him, and tells Optimus to let him return the favor and to promise that Spike won't ever be alone and to take care of him, which Optimus replies says that he will with every fiber of his being, which then we see Sparky fade away, and as well, the plague fades away, and we cut back to Starscream, who tells Carly that he remembers her, and Carly asks, is there any part of you that isn't evil? Which Starscream says nope, and that he's bad to the bone. But then Megatron comes in and just straight up mom slaps him with the chancla and just starts to just basically scold him and punish him, yelling at him, telling him that he told him to stay behind and to not ignore his orders. It's just crazy. Like, Starscream's just getting beaten to a pulp here by Megatron. But he tells Starscream that he has deeper plans for Optimus, but he looks over to the refugees that we saw earlier saying thank you to Optimus and says that these humans, however, they can be disposed. But we see someone yell out, Megatron! As on the next page, the same person that called out Megatron says this planet is under my protection, and so are these people. And boom! Optimus Prime is freaking back, and right on time. It's so good. We see Megatron throw his fusion cannon as the Decepticons offer to help, but Megatron says no. This is between me and him. And we see Optimus say the iconic line, the line that debuted 39 years ago, and says, "One shall stand and one shall fall," as we see Optimus just start to, oh my, it's so good. I'm like losing my mind. It's such a good issue. I can't do the commentary. But we see Optimus start to attack Megatron, and that's how this issue ends. And wow. Oh my god, this was such a good one. Could you guys tell I like this issue? Could you guys tell? Oh man, this is so good. We only have one more issue left of the Daniel Warren Johnson story, and I would love to know your guys' thoughts on this issue down below on the comments, as I cannot wait for issue 24. This was so good. This might be the best issue yet. Like, it had everything. I loved it. But hopefully you guys like this video as well. Leave a like and sub if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.